Donald Trump's approach to tariffs has stirred up quite the conversation, hasn't it? It's fascinating to see how he's wielded these tariffs as a tool for negotiation, pushing countries like China and those in Europe to bend to his will. The strategy seems to be working, and if history is any guide, we might soon see nations like India following suit. But let's take a moment to unpack what this really means for the United States in the long run. First, we have to consider the economic repercussions. While Trump may appear to be winning in the short term, these tariffs could lead to higher prices for American consumers. When countries retaliate, it's often the everyday American who feels the pinch at the checkout line. This could stifle consumer spending, which is a critical driver of our economy. Then there's the issue of international relations. By using tariffs as a weapon, the U.S. risks alienating its allies. Countries that once viewed the U.S. as a partner may start to see it as a bully. This could lead to a fractured global landscape where alliances weaken and new, potentially hostile coalitions form. Next up, we have the potential for trade wars. If other nations feel cornered, they might escalate their own tariffs, leading to a tit-for-tat scenario. This could spiral out of control, damaging industries across the board and leading to job losses in sectors that rely on international trade. And let's not overlook the long-term impact on American businesses. Companies that thrive on global supply chains may find themselves in a bind. Tariffs can disrupt these networks, leading to inefficiencies and increased costs. In the end, this could stifle innovation and competitiveness, leaving American firms at a disadvantage. Now, consider the geopolitical landscape. As the U.S. pushes its agenda through tariffs, countries may seek to strengthen ties with rivals like Russia or China. This could shift the balance of power, undermining U.S. influence on the global stage. Another repercussion is the environmental impact. Tariffs can lead to increased production in countries with lax environmental regulations as companies look to avoid U.S. tariffs. This could result in a net negative for global environmental efforts, as pollution and resource depletion may rise in those regions. Moreover, we can't ignore the social implications. As tariffs hit industries, workers may find themselves facing layoffs or reduced hours. This can lead to increased economic inequality and social unrest as communities struggle to adapt to the changing landscape. Lastly, there's the psychological effect on American citizens. If the perception is that the U.S. is winning at the expense of others, it could foster a sense of nationalism that overshadows the importance of global cooperation. This mindset can hinder progress on critical issues like climate change, health crises, and economic stability. In summary, while Trump's tariff strategy may seem like a win for the U.S. now, the long-term repercussions could be far-reaching and complex. It's a high-stakes game, and the outcomes may not be as favorable as they appear on the surface. The world is watching, and so should we.